Hello everyone and welcome to the Manc podcast. We are back. Had a little week off, didn't we? But we're returning full of spirits, full of joy, full of conversation, and full of Manchester. This podcast is presented by me, Joe, Steph over there. Hiya. Tim, you going to say anything this week or are you going to wave?
Hello.
Tim is here as well, and we are joined by Mike, also Bizarre Bazaar.
Woo!
Have a smash it.
Mike.
Hello.
Yes, Bizarre. Now, Mike, you're our special guest for today. Thank you for coming in.
No worries.
Can you, I was going to give you a big introduction, but I thought maybe for yourself you can explain what you do.
Yeah, no worries. So I run a YouTube channel where I speak to some of the most notorious inmates on the planet, and I let the viewers also speak to them safely through me. They can like comment on the videos and I'll ask them the questions, and we just kind of try and uncover like things that maybe are out in the media, basically, out in the
These are the
realm.
criminals that are locked up in prisons, not just in the UK, but around the world as well.
Yeah. all over, basically, yeah.
Really interesting.
Very topical.
To the Why? It's
Well, just everyone's so loving true crime and
stuff
at the moment, aren't they?
I thought someone would have just had a court case against us.
Yeah.
Tim won't be on the next week's podcast, but Mike will be able to speak to him via his YouTube channel. We start every podcast with our Manc top stories of the week. The biggest stories on the Manc website. If you want to go to the Manc website, I love the Manc website. Manc.com. There it is, there like that.
Very nice.
Manc.com.
All new, refurbished.
It is. It's looking lovely. So check it out. The top 3 stories. We chat about them. We get to the bottom of it. We have a little chat between us.
Hells yeah.
Steph, do you want to go first? Is it to do with parks?
No, not this time. We won't speak about that. Mine's actually about the classic brew. Now, what do? Do you put the water in first? Yeah.
Yeah.
Tea bag first.
Tea bag first,
Tea
water.
bag first, water,
Sugar.
sugar.
Let it brew.
Let it brew.
Tea bag out. Milk. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'd have put the sugar in at the end, but
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Okay,
If I was going to have
okay.
sugar, I'd put sugar in at the end.
Okay, well, a professor has come out and said the best way to make a brew is by putting the milk in first.
Oh my
The
God.
science behind it.
Is
The
there?
science behind
This
it.
is where science goes wrong
Yeah,
and
yeah,
is
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry
Do you
on.
want me to tell you the science behind
Please
it?
tell us the science behind it.
Okay, I'm not going to, me say it as me because I'll probably
Can I
mess
put
it
on a
up.
voice?
I can do.
Yeah,
No,
that's what you meant. by
Are you ready?
Yeah.
The more minerals present in water, the more difficult it is for these compounds to develop the flavour, which results in a dull cuppa. But if the milk is added at the start of the steeping process, then its proteins combine to the tannins and other minerals in the water, which produces more flavour. Apparently.
Science is as over a barrel there. He's correct, isn't he? He's,
We should have done
Professor
a blind
Mackey.
taste test, shouldn't we? We should have prepped two
it'd been a great
two
idea.
brews. This is where science needs to be citizens arrested, though.
yeah. Will you go forward now, Tim, making your brews like that?
No, but I will give it a go tomorrow, I promise.
Steph?
Promise. I'll definitely give it a go. Yeah.
I just keep
I'm
drinking.
curious as well.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
tried
yeah,
that,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Done it. Why don't you go make a brew now,
Does
Tim?
it matter what milk it is? Do we know?
Probably got to be milk.
Probably
Yeah,
cow's
cow-
milk.
proteins in
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Cow's milk.
Don't know.
Semi-skimmed. Hey,
Is
guys.
that the green one?
Is that the
Green
green
top.
one?
Green top. What are you
It's
doing
the
for?
green one. It's the green
I never
one.
buy milk anymore.
Oh,
You not?
No.
Yeah, well, you got to know what the tops are.
Yeah, I was just
What do you think the
checking.
red one is?
That's unacceptable.
water.
That's just
Dirty water.
that's just
Dirty
not
water?
okay. That's
Oh,
just
yeah,
what
okay.
gym lads drink, isn't it? With the,
Is it?
Yeah, with the protein shakes.
Right, yeah.
That's
Blue, one,
only
It's
blue
used.
one's too wild. Blue one's a treat, isn't it?
That's
Buy
that's
it
for
at
dessert.
Christmas.
Cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is
Oh, it's
wild.
delicious though, isn't it?
It is good, but Cocoa Pops, yes please. Mike, what's your milk of choice? Red, green, blue?
I'm Sawyer.
Soya.
Oh,
Said
yes,
soya.
mate.
Round of applause for Soya.
What about a bit of oat, Mike?
What about you?
A bit of oat.
There we go.
I like the oat milk.
I've got
Yeah.
oat in the coffee, soya in the cereal. What now?
Soya in
Wow.
the cereal.
Yeah,
Wow. Why don't you just use normal milk?
I do if it's in the fridge, but I don't buy it really.
Wow. Okay.
Not asked.
Fair enough.
If I have milk in coffee now, it tastes like cheese.
No, it doesn't. Lie. Lie.
Yes, it does.
Beg
No,
your
it
pardon.
doesn't. Scientifically, let's get that guy on.
Scientifically, it
Professor
tastes like
Mackey.
No,
cheese.
cheese like cheese. I should know what cheese tastes like.
Oh God,
Take
don't.
champions this week, don't miss it. Tim, you're up.
Okay, my story this week is about a post that was trending on Casual UK on Reddit, which is a subreddit, a subthread all about Britain, about the UK,
that.
not just Britain, And this was a very British employee and boss scenario going on, where a boss had given his employee a pay rise or a bonus for working really hard, was really happy with what he's doing, and so the employee's gone out, celebrated, got absolutely trolleyed, and then called in sick the next morning.
Oh my
It's
God.
just insane, yeah. So and then so he's messaged in, and then loads of other people have chimed in with their kind of success and horror stories about being hungover.
Yeah.
And having to go to work in Britain. We've all been there.
Well, do you have any, Mike? Do you have any awful hungover in workday stories? Because before YouTube, you did work a 9 to 5, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't know, just like the classic, really, just going in, no sleep, just dying. Yeah.
Oh God,
Just
I've got
die.
a horror story.
Yeah, tell us.
Anna, our head of brand,
Shout
we
out
were
to
all
Anna.
hungover.
Anna.
Shout out to Anna, but you know she's never lived this down, and she's been trying to. She's been trying to bring herself back from this. Basically, we were all hungover. We're in the office after an event or a Christmas party, something like that, say. And she said she was going to get sandwiches for everyone. So no one ate. We were all waiting. And then she kept saying, you know, she's like, yeah, I'll be there in 20 minutes. And it was like 2.5 hours later.
What?
She turned up with all these sandwiches, and it was one of those where we just sat there like
Shaking.
just waiting. And she's never lived it down.
Were the sandwiches worth it?
No, not by that point.
What
were they?
But to be fair to her, she always looks after everyone and
Yeah.
brings in a
she
huge
does,
bag
yeah.
of Greggs and coffee and all this. And
Shout out to Anna.
Shout out to Anna. Mike, give a shout. You don't
Yes,
know much.
Anna.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Right, Mike, do you do a bit of driving? Well, before lockdown was a thing. Would you get out and about? Would you visit a service station?
I see them as like key ways of getting home, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like,
like,
oh, there's a service station. I'm nearly there.
yeah, the one in Lancaster, you know, the one with the bridge.
yeah.
That one, when I see that, I go, I'm nearly home.
I'm an hour home. I'm an hour from home. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you this. Some of the best service stations have been ranked. What you're laughing at? Nothing.
Well, let me tell you this.
I'm carrying on the conversation.
Crack on.
Let me tell you this. Some of the biggest service stations in the UK have been ranked. Now, I can tell you the closest one to where we are, Manchester, is in at number 2, right? T-Bay. No, not the closest one, sorry. I mean, on the top 10 list, the one closest in the Manchester area is just a bit up, T-Bay. Have you ever been to T-Bay?
How are you spelling that?
T-Bay. No, T-E-B-A-Y.
No.
What does that make a difference?
I've never even
I
heard
know
of
my
it.
service stations.
Yeah, but what do you mean I spell it?
Yeah, I don't know. Carry on.
T-E-B-A-Y. Oh, yeah, I've been now.
I don't know it.
It's gorgeous. You ever been to
Is
T-Bay?
it all glass at the front?
It's like a little, it's like it's on a hill, in a hill.
Yeah, I think
Like
I
a
do
little
know that
chef.
one.
Yeah, it's got like a little
Cross reference.
Well, I've got
Yeah.
some bad news. Ooh. So that's the closest one. That's number 2. Number 1's Colchester. You ever been? Number 3 is Norton Keynes.
That's the one on the way to the lakes, T-Ray.
Yeah,
It's got a duck pond and stuff.
Oh, I've never
Nice,
been.
isn't it?
It's nice,
Lovely,
it's quite
lovely.
quaint, and it's got loads of big like wood bits hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, it's lovely. T-Bay, big up T-Bay. Big up T-Bay and Anna.
Big up
See that?
T-Bay and Anna.
Big up T-Bay and Anna.
That's
However, bad news, okay.
Go on.
The worst service station,
here we go.
we are quite close to one, Sandbach.
Yeah, that's
Sandbach.
Sandbach
depressing.
Services.
Is it not
What's
Sandbach?
is Gloucester Services number one?
Sandbach. It's Sandbach, isn't it?
I thought it was Sandbach.
I
Sandbach.
think it's Sandbach, but
Oh,
no
never mind.
doubt people will tell us.
Is it Sandbach or Sandbach? Sandbach or Sandbach? Anyone in the room know? Anyone in the room from Sandbach?
Sandbach. He's from Cornwall.
Mike, would you say Sandbach or Sandbach?
I'd say Sandbach just because I prefer it.
Yeah, you do what you want, man.
Maybe it is Sandbach. Just ignore me. Ignore
Hey,
me.
is Gloucester Services at the top of that list?
Yeah,
Number one.
number 1.
Knew it.
What do you mean you knew it? I just said.
Yeah, but I asked you. You didn't say.
Hold on, I said it out loud. Literally.
He didn't, did he? We've got it recorded.
Hold
Don't
on,
lie.
1
Evidence.
minute. I said
He's still upset about the
I
balloon
said-
incident yesterday.
I said Colchester's number 1. You can go back
Colchester
in-
now. Colchester now.
What's going on?
What are you saying? What do you
Gloucester
say?
Services.
Gloucester's nowhere near it. Sorry, it's not even
where
in the
is
top
it?
10. Not even in the top 10.
No.
Sorry, I thought you said Colchester. Gloucester's shite.
The amount of pasties Jason's had from Gloucester Services on his way down to
Oh, it's in the
Cornwall.
top 5 worst.
Gloucester's a really good one.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
Really?
that.
Anyway, sorry for shouting.
Anyway, sorry for the shouting, Mike. This isn't normally what we do. Not seen each other for a while, so we're just getting a bit of like beef out there.
It's all right.
This
It's
is-
all good.
This is all about the halloumi.
Mike, we'll get into your life Manc.
Yeah, no worries.
This is something you've been doing for the last 14 months, but has it been in the back of your mind for longer?
Yeah. So when I was like a teenager, I don't know why, but I wanted to write Richard Ramirez. I think he's kind of like the kind of first serial killer I was kind of interested in, and decided I wanted to write to him. So I found his address on a website, which I thought was quite easy.
Really? His address?
Yeah,
Like
right.
his prison,
Was he not in
his jail
prison?
address.
Yeah.
His jail address.
Oh, his jail address.
Sorry, yeah, prison address, sorry, yeah. And then it's on a place called writeaprisoner.com. And so I just had it, but I never did it. And I was only a kid, pretty much. And then, just 14 months ago, I thought, he's dead now, but I thought, well, I'm just going to try it anyway. So it's always been something that I've always just had in the back of my mind to do.
Okay.
But it's just not something you kind of just, I
So
don't know.
what would you say you do then? What is your YouTube channel?
It's all things bizarre, really. So we do a bit of extraterrestrial, true crime and paranormal as well. But the main thing is that I've been doing so far is the true crime stuff, and we just try and sort of. I think the easiest thing to say, these people are monsters. A lot of people get say they're monsters and they're not human, but actually the thing that I found is that they actually are very human and they're very relatable, which makes me sound more mental, but it's not actually they're just the reason why they are who they are is because they are relatable and have been able to get away with it for so long.
Yeah.
So they're not these crazed people, and so I try and show that side, but not in a kind of to portray them as nice people, but just to show that just to learn more about them, show the full picture. So you watch a documentary on these people, and you just see the whole monster side, and I try and show the full circle of the person. And
it's like you say in one of your videos, these people could be your neighbour or your
exactly that.
Is it who's the really tall guy?
Peter Crouch.
No, yeah, that's it. He's definitely one. But just saying a lot of these people are personable.
Yeah.
And they could be your neighbour or your teacher.
Yeah.
Or,
And with that, you reach out to them.
Yeah.
So that's what you were talking about before, the communication.
Yeah.
So how does the process go of reaching out to them?
So I'll generally, as I first started, as I first started doing it, I was just sending letters out to all sorts of people. Generally cases that are kind of known quite well. They actually get quite a lot of mail, these people. The more infamous they are, the more mail they get. It's not I'm not like a unique person who's writing to these people. I'm unique in terms of putting it in a document in it, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you just started writing to him, and then the first person to get back to me was Charles Bronson.
Big one.
Yeah, straight away.
It's a big dog, innit?
And I was,
the biggest
I was
dog in
so
the UK.
excited. I didn't know this before as well. When you get a letter through the door, it's kind of I didn't expect this, but it's kind of it's exciting and terrifying at the same time, because you don't know whether they're going to be I'm coming to get you. Do you know what I mean? Just a bit daft. You're just going through it, what is this going to say? And it's and then you realize, it's all right. But anyway, his first thing to me was basically get lost. I don't like keyboard warriors. And then it was a picture of him on the front. It's like a postcard, and he's doing this pose, in the gym kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it said, "Don't play kiss chase on the motorway." And I was sat there and I was like, oh, it's just do you know Charles Bronson? He's kind of known as being a bit wacky of a character.
Yeah.
So I was just
riddles.
I was just whatever, you know what I mean? Just something a bit mad. And then about a week later, I was just sat there and I didn't want to even think about it. I just went like that. And he says, "Don't play silly games, Michael," because I told him what I was planning on doing. And basically, he's warning me off doing it.
Oh,
But it was just, and I was like, whoa, actually, this guy's a lot smarter than what I gave him credit for.
Have you gone back in then for another chat with him?
Yeah, I've spoke to him. He's the one of first person I wrote to, so I've spoke to him quite a lot. He sent me Christmas cards and stuff like that.
So hold on, so when he gives you that warning, you didn't take it, did you? You actually went, I'm going to...
Well, it's because I feel that the thing is, what I do is I'm always honest and I'm always straight with these people, so it's not like I'm telling lies, or, you know what I mean? I don't know, I feel like you'd only get in trouble if you kind of tried to do him over in some way. But, yeah.
What's Charles Bronson Christmas card looks like?
It's brilliant. He's dressed up as Santa Claus. He's on top of a roof. He's got a big sack of presents.
What?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Wild.
And in the present sack,
Who's doing
it's
this
just
photo shoot for him? Who does it, or do you think he's Photoshop?
No, he's definitely had photo shoots and that. He does loads of stuff, yeah.
That's mental.
Yeah.
So when you get into the true crime elements of it, have you ever had those moments where you've reached out to someone who's done something, crazy, these serial killers, you think, wow. But have you ever yourself been a bit worried about contacting them, or has any of them ever put you off contacting them again?
Yeah, so I wrote to a guy called Dennis Rader, and that was the first time I ever had like a bad experience, and still probably, and maybe I got stronger after that experience, but Dennis Rader's known as the BTK killer. He's kind of like, since Charles Manson died, I'd say he's like the kind of figurehead of evil, if you know what I mean. Like you say, like the kind of the guy who, like, you know, you see Charles Manson and you just think evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's like the BTK now. Anyway, so I wrote to him, and then I got a reply off the prison saying that his response had been held back, and I put that in an episode. And then the people that he writes to, I call them his disciples. He's very controlling, and so basically, like, the people he writes to feel really special and feel very honoured, and they do a lot for him. And they started threatening me, saying that, like, how dare you put these videos out, you know, that he didn't give you permission, and really being quite scary. I'd be like 3 in the morning, I'd wake up and my phone's just like buzzing, and it's like some creepy, ominous text messages coming through. Wow. And then I just basically just went head on and said, what are you going to do? And he was like, well, something matters. Like, what's going to happen? And then these people started to become my friends, and then they've given me like advice on how to speak to them, and then I've learned from these people, and now like they give me advice on how to speak to other people. But at first they were so threatening, but like now I feel like I've grown from that, because at the end of the day, you know, these people like that like defend serial killers or whatever, they gotta be quiet. I'm not scared of them, if you know what I mean. They're just like keyboard warriors in a pen form, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So since the last 14 months, what have you sort of learned the most out of doing this? Or what do you want to learn the most? That true crime is such a big thing at the minute. You speaking about it, Tim, on it. Podcasts, Netflix dramas, everything is about diving into these true crime stories. But what is what have you learned from that?
What I've learned is, as I touched on before, like how relatable they are, but then also at the same time, like what I create is like a place of like where things can be discovered, things that aren't aired. So like I've got a series where I call like The Day I Met a Serial Killer, and it's like I basically put call outs on different forums and platforms, and I say like, if you ever met a serial killer, if you worked with a serial killer, and I just get stories that people don't know. So I've got like a story of this woman who had Richard Ramirez as a babysitter. Like one of them's been to work, someone took magic mushrooms with Ian Huntley, and you just hear these like stories that people have never ever been aired before.
Yeah.
And like I do background. I don't just like, you can't just tell me anything and I'll go, we'll make a video on it. I do make sure it's kind of got at least some provenance to it.
Yeah.
But I just want like a place where like, just do things that like what I'm interested in, basically. But yeah.
Type of stuff you'd never hear or read
anywhere
about on
else,
Wikipedia or the media, or but like a bit more, like you say, a full circle background on some of these people.
Is any of your true crime stuff ever tried to solve anything and get to the bottom of cases, or is it more analysing them?
So accidentally it happened. So the first person to come on the show, so Bronson was the first person to reply, but he said no at first.
Yeah.
But a guy called Lauren Cole actually wrote me. So that's actually started happening now. So I actually get letters off people now coming to me as a poet, and they'd like, kind of like almost like going, I've got this story. Anyway, so regardless of, but Lauren Cole sent a letter to me. I wrote a letter to his guy who's in his block. So on death row in California, they have like cell blocks of 12. So there's like 12 guys that just spend an eternity together. Anyway, John Marquardt. Anyway, so I sent a letter to John. He didn't want to do it. He passed it to Lauren, and I just got a letter off a guy called Lauren Cole. Anyway, so I started corresponding with him, made a few episodes, and it was the first person on, so it was all Lauren Cole. It was Lauren Cole. Every video was Lauren Cole.
And has he done anything, Lauren Cole?
Yeah, sorry, he's a murderer. He's on death row. And he's known. He's like, this is the point. He's suspected of quite a few murders, and I got a message on one of the videos, like a Facebook comment, and it was like the thing that I dreaded happening, and it was So basically, it's like I said before, like you can ask him questions, and then someone said, can you ask him about this woman and this crime at this time? And I was like, wait a minute, I've not put that information out. I don't even know that information, that this person knows something. And then so I private messaged her, and I got her to email, and we started emailing, and basically it was her sister, and he's suspected of killing this woman's sister back in like the 80s. And then she said, would you mind if you spoke to CSI Atlanta, because they think you're the person who speaks to them the most, would you mind helping? And I've been doing it for about 2 months at this point, and I was like, Well, yeah, I can do. Like, I didn't really know, if someone says, can you help on a cold case, help some woman solve the murder of a sister, then you don't say no, do you? So I was like, yeah, of course. And then they spoke to this I had this CSI Atlanta on the phone. They were giving me like tips and stuff on how to like contact and kind of like asking questions that might reveal and certain things. And I was getting like sort of training. And then,
CSI.
yeah, and I was just like, what's going on? So, and I ended up like doing it for a little bit, but then they just felt really weird. They felt really weird. They felt like the CSI Atlanta, or at least the people that I was speaking to, felt like they were really bothered about sort of like solving the case and being in the media. And I felt like I cared about this woman more. Anyway, it turns out that Lauren just denied it. He just denied it. But then, this is, sorry, I'm going on a little bit, but he said
carry on.
about 2 months, this was about a year ago now that happened, and then about 2 months ago, I've always had like a thing off with Lauren Cole since. I was like, why wouldn't you just be honest with me? Like, I wouldn't have to like make an episode, but just like, why wouldn't you be honest? You're never coming out, why wouldn't you be honest?
Yeah.
And then I messaged the woman again about 2 months ago, and then I said, did you ever get anywhere? Did the actual, CSI go and interview him? And she went, oh no, well, we don't think it's him anymore. And I was like, oh right, nice one, brilliant. So yeah, just like completely like built all this thing up, and then I've just been, I was like, oh Lauren, I've been like asking you if, have you killed this woman repeatedly?
Yeah, it's not you anymore.
Anyway, yeah.
Oh my God.
Tim, I know you had a couple of questions about a prisoner that we'd all know.
Yeah, so my question was just about, obviously you've had some correspondence with Joe Exotic, who, was it about just over a year ago?
Yeah, Tiger King over a year
Tiger King
ago
came
now,
out.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask about that, really. So for anyone who might not have seen, Tiger King was a documentary that came out just over a year ago about a guy called Joe Exotic. He was essentially ran like an illegal zoo, would you say? He owned loads of exotic animals, big cats, tigers, all sorts of stuff like that in a makeshift zoo in Oklahoma, and a lot of various things happened and came to light in this zoo, and he's now in prison. But you've been writing to him and receiving letters from him, right?
The sad thing is, I just want to say as well, is that I don't think it is actually illegal what he was doing. That's what Carol Baskin's trying to change, because I think that is actually totally legal, but it's just wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's the issue. But not that you said it, I'm just kind of pointing it out.
No.
But so at the time, I wrote to him just after Tiger King, so I didn't have any knowledge of who he was. I watched a documentary like everyone else, and I was thinking, this guy has got to be getting like thousands of letters a day. Apparently, though, I found out since he gets like 2 free sacks, like full sacks every single day.
Whoa.
And so like he doesn't like he apparently constantly replies all the time, but he can't possibly reply to them all.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I just started to write to him. I always try and do something to try and stand out from the people, and I got a orange envelope and then drew like tiger, like the marks on the tiger.
Tiger skin on it.
Yeah, and then just like sent that to him, and fortunately he got back to me and started corresponding with him. And
What did you ask him?
so first of all, just like I asked him just like how is he and what's he doing and stuff like that. And apparently he's been treated quite badly, so he has he's not seen daylight. He doesn't get taken out. But the thing is, he's also apparently like a massive what is it, like a narcissistic liar apparently.
Yeah.
So I don't know how true it is. Like, why would they single someone out? But maybe they do. But he also told me about why he set up a zoo. It was in the memory of his brother who died. And yeah, just like I want to. Have you watched the Louis Theroux documentary the other day?
The newest one?
Yeah.
No, I need to watch that.
Yeah, I really want to watch it. So sorry, no, I watched it. I really want to ask him what about his other brother. So he's got another brother that he absolutely despises him, and that's somewhere I want to go.
Really?
And yeah, like
Never knew
I want to find that out.
Yeah.
I suppose a lot of his, that's the thing, is if he's writing, I set up for my brother and I'm not allowed outside and stuff like that, like, it's obviously terrible to hear, but you don't know whether part of it is playing into him playing the underdog and trying to maintain his innocence, because that was kind of his vibe anyway. It was just like, I'm just trying to look after these animals, and it's like...
He was always looking out for himself as well, so which I understand. But like he was constantly saying free Joe Exotic, and all his letters was like, tell your viewers to tweet Donald Trump free Joe Exotic, and it was always the focus, free Joe Exotic.
Yeah, yeah.
Apparently he had a limousine outside the prison when Trump was doing his pardons, and it just like didn't happen. But that's how confident they were. They had a limo waiting.
Yeah, and lastly, last order of business as president, free Joe Exotic. There we go, he's out. Like, go and pick your crocodiles up, Joe.
Yeah.
Go and pick your crocodiles up. For you, what's your favourite content that you've put out so far?
I'm really enjoying doing the live interviews with people, but like I enjoy all of it. But yeah, like I've been doing interviews with, say for example, the first one I did was called the Vampire of Paris, Nico Clo, and he's a cannibal necro sadist.
Jesus wept.
I called him.
Good guy then, yeah?
That's the crazy thing. After I'd done the interview, everyone was like, "He was such a nice guy," and I was like, "I know he was, wasn't he?"
This is a
That's what
live
it's garlic
video
bread.
call
Yeah, live.
in prison.
No, sorry. So he's now a free man. So he'd done his time. He'd done like 15 years for eating somebody.
Jeez.
You've got 15 years?
Yeah. I think he got like some kind of like, mental kind of leniency.
Really?
Right.
But yeah, so like just doing interviews like that. So like the guy, he's in Paris, and I learned so much doing those kind of interviews. Like that's my first ever live interview, and I don't know why I started with someone so kind of like heavy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it was like, I brought him on, I'd done a sound check and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, and it had 20 minutes before I actually started the interview. I was like, okay, Nico, and I'm dead nervous. And I was like, can you just wait there a second, please? And I just put him on mute, and I was like, what am I doing? And he's just like, I expected him to kind of like, I don't know, go off and chill out or whatever for 20 minutes. He just sat there like looking at the camera. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I'm dead nervous. But turned out he was just like, once we started, he was really relaxed, and he was a really nice guy. And yeah, like he's like, what he's done as well is kind of like turn himself around. So like he went to prison, he'd done bad things, and he's come out and he's like he's now an artist, and he tries to like educate people on trying to like prevent stuff like people doing the similar things, which you've got to respect that. But
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Capabilities of the human mind, I guess.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
Wow.
Steph, would
crazy.
you be interested in all this? Would you ever write to a prisoner? What would you put?
I think it'd be really scary for me.
Yeah.
I think it'd give me the chills or whatever, but I don't know, I don't
What if
think
you had to interview someone like Mike?
I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I don't think I'd shit myself. Sorry to swear there,
I've
but
been thinking about it in the back of my mind forever.
I'd literally be like, shut the laptop, that's it.
Yeah.
Mike, do you ever have someone that, this is a question, if you could pick anyone from the past to message you for either prison or someone who was a serial killer, out the big dogs, who would your dream? It's like dream dinner guest, isn't it? Everyone picks like, PK. But who would you go for? Who would be your dream interview guest?
Probably Charles Manson.
Yeah.
Just because of like, I know it's a bit of a classic answer, I suppose, yeah, but just because of how like philosophical he was, and also like he was a bad man that did bad things, but also at the same time, he'd done a lot of good things as well. So he was kind of like, he fought for like animal rights. He was like vegan and kind of like almost forward thinking for a guy in like the 60s, if you know what I mean. Too many vegans walking around in those days, but you know what I mean though, you know what I'm saying? But like, but yeah, I'd like to sort of pick his brains and see what he was about really.
I think he'd be picking your brains.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Reverse psychology.
Trying to think of something there as well. Can't think of anything.
I don't know who I'd go for. I would say the Zodiac Killer, but no one knows who he is.
Yeah.
So
Nope.
Yeah.
can't really interview him, but
I can't say I know many
that's an
serial
interesting
killers.
one.
Who's the one that Charlize Theron played in that film?
Oh, Eileen Warnos.
Would you
Yeah.
like to interview Eileen?
She's my next episode. I
way.
do.
What the hell, eh?
Mind
Mind
reader.
She is actually dead, but I do.
I thought she was dead.
That's a new thing I'm doing, but no. I get like letters off like older letters, and I'll do like going back, and I'll get like other people's like collectors' letters, and I'll make episodes on that as well. Just stuff like so you can kind of understand like what they were about and what they talked about. It's only like the same kind of thing. It's just that I'm not directly doing it. And you
Right,
can-
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you ready to judge from talking about serial killers to our incredible feature? Tim, what is it?
It's Snack of the Week. Yeah, classic.
Snack of the week.
There we
We got a
go.
jingle, we got a
There
little
it
lovely
goes.
picture and everything.
So slightly different to what we were just talking about, but everyone,
Change the
serial
record.
killers and inmates included.
Cereal bars.
Like serial bars, serial killers.
Damn it!
Like that. Why didn't you give me a heads up? I could have smashed that. Anyway, yeah, we've all brought a snack. The three of us. We're going to
annoyed.
show off our snack, and you're going to pick who has got the best one. Who would you like to go first?
So annoyed now.
I mean, you've seen.
Should I go
seen
first?
two of them because.
Should I go first?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, so this week I thought because you like the, well, I'll get it out. It's a packet of ready salted crisps, right? It's boring. I'll tell you what, it's a criminal snack. No one should have this. There you go, criminal snack. No one should eat salted.
You said you got them because of them TikToks.
Shut up, no, I didn't. I said I got the. No, I said, have you seen the TikTok?
Oh,
There's a TikTok video going around where people use crisps to make mash. Awful. There we go.
Don't do that.
There you go.
No one
Hashtag
do
awful.
that, please. I'm begging you.
Oh, they smell nice though. These take me back to like a kid.
They are good on a butty.
Very good on a butty.
Very good on a butty.
Steph, what do you got?
Right, okay, so
Here she goes, delving into a tiny backpack.
mine are crisps as well. I mean, got more flavour like. Classic Walker's Max.
Oh.
Crunchy paprika.
Not
Crunchy
bad.
paprika. The paprika
Good
guys
flavour,
are coming our way,
good
aren't
Great
they?
flavour.
You've done
You know,
well there.
You know, great meal deal.
I guarantee
option.
you've never tried them.
I'm sorry, but these are a good packet of
I'm
crisps.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Of
I reckon
course
she
I've
probably
tried.
You've
has.
tried them, yeah.
Of course I have.
She likes a crisp.
I do like my crisps, don't I, Tim?
Yep.
So
Right.
Tim knows.
I mean, is there any like little funny bits like mine were criminally?
Well, they've
tasted-
smashed
The
yours
taste
anyway.
is so good, it should
got
be
one.
criminal.
Supermax prison.
Superman.
Well done,
Wait
mate.
till you see the atrocity that's coming your way now. Tim, what is your snack?
It's not a snack, it's a meal,
Not a
remember?
snack.
I
Go on
don't,
then.
mine's got no relevance to you, Mike. It's the original Patty-Co jerk chicken authentic Jamaican patty. And it is a snack.
Not a snack.
It's certainly not a meal.
It's not a snack.
It's a substantial snack.
It's
Okay,
not
I'll
a
give you that,
snack.
Tim.
Whack that in the microwave for a minute and tell me you're not on cloud nine, Mike.
How many calories are in it? How many calories in
I'm
that?
not doing
If
calories.
it's over 200, that's more than a snack.
I mean,
just
I think,
open
I
these
think
and you
it might
eat
be
them.
over 200.
What is it?
I don't know.
Go on, go on,
I can't
go
make
on.
sense of it. I've had too much coffee.
Come on, you can't. Of course, you can't sense it in the
Is
calories.
it? No, because it's typical values per 100 grams. This is 150 grams. So it is 283 times 2.
Oh, God.
So just about 580 calories.
580 calories.
Say. I think that's
Oh,
right.
a
You've
snack.
got to put it in the
Who's having
microwave.
580? Yeah, you got to put it in the
You
microwave.
just open these and
And I,
What microwave item of the
sampled
week
this
is it?
for your benefit on the way, Mike. I had one of these, and let me tell you, it was good.
Absolute shambles, that. Shambles.
Says
You're
ready
making
salted,
a
boy.
mockery
Says
of
ready.
your own feature.
Says ready salt.
Joe's
I'll
on smoke.
Yeah, he's still annoyed about the halloumi yesterday.
Yeah, you are, yeah.
So, Mike, over to you. Who's won?
I got to be honest, I'd go for the Walkers.
It's finally won.
Should I got a cereal bar?
I love ready salted.
Yeah?
Great, aren't
That'd
they?
be what you would pick.
Yeah, big ready salted,
fair
Gravy.
Fair enough.
Well done,
Classic.
Joe.
Classic.
Well done.
Finally.
Cheers, meal of the week. Must try harder.
Guys.
Meal of the week. Well done.
Boom, boom.
Okay.
Mike, so we're going to move forward into the bizarre world. What do you want to be doing in the next year? What can we be seeing from your YouTube channel?
I think a bit of dark tourism. I want to go and visit places.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's exciting.
And I wa-
Catacombs.
yeah, I wanted to go and do all that stuff before, but then obviously, you know, lockdown hit, and so it was kind of
Yeah.
like, right, okay, then so
What places are we talking about for anyone who doesn't know what that kind of means?
So there's a murder museum in Gloucestershire. Yeah, there's the catacombs in Paris, and
Stop at Gloucester services on the way.
yeah,
Go back. Let's hope
there's
that
obviously
gets
like
up.
on our doorstep we've got like the moors.
Yeah.
Ian Braden and stuff like that. So I've got there's a guy I know who like wrote to him for many years, and he sent me a lot of like information about the places, or Ian thought about the places, and I like to go around and see the places and kind of like put his words down, just to kind of like build like more of a picture, like I said. But yeah, just go and see these kind of places really, and go to where it happened.
Oh, that sounds
Nice.
Remember when Manchester thought they had a new one, the Pusher? Did you believe in any of that, man?
My mate came up with a great name for that. Well, Harold Ship Canal. I thought it was really good. I don't really like the Pusher. I'm sorry if that's too much. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I don't know. You know.
No, it's all good.
I think.
Pissed people. Bro.
I think I don't believe he's but it could be because stranger things have happened. But I don't believe it. No.
Was there enough people falling in for it to be? And was it consistent?
It was a lot more than normal. I think.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of stopped now as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There again, Yeah, no, but it stopped, I mean, before lockdown as well.
Yeah.
It kind of stopped
Yeah.
before, like a year before, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, though, but...
Goings on.
It doesn't start again.
In terms of the best, so obviously you're getting into like the nitty gritty of what true crime is about. The dramatisations that are about of these serial killers' lives, is there certain ones that you absolutely hate, and is there certain ones that you love that where you think that they've got it spot on of what it was like or what these people were like?
Yeah, I think most serial killer films, like based on like the Ted Bundy one with what's it called?
Zac Efron?
Yeah, like they're pretty much like terrible. I feel. I don't think like they're very good interpretations. But there was one on ITV, Des.
With what's he called from Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Yeah,
David Tennant.
Yeah.
that was a really good portrayal. I feel. I mean, obviously, I don't know the guy personally, but like
Is he
just from what
is
I
he
know.
still alive, Dave?
No, he's dead. Dennis
Was
Nielsen.
that about a real person, was it?
Dennis
I think I
Nielsen.
only saw a little bit.
Have you ever heard of Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah.
He's kind of like a British Jeffrey Dahmer, like kind of like, yeah, very dark people. But yeah, so I think that's a really good portrayal. And there's one on Stephen Port coming out. I've not seen that one yet, but generally find the films aren't great. Apart from Monster, which is one you kind of referenced for, Eileen Warnos.
Yeah.
One's apparently.
That one's great, isn't it?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
I watched that. I watched that. Charlotte's Ron. In terms of, we're going to wrap this interview up, but I still want to peck your head with some questions. All the mysterious true crimes that haven't been answered yet. Is there, if you could, I'm giving you another wish again. If you could, solve crime or solve one of the biggest mysteries, what have you got a list of or a couple that you'd really love to know the answer to?
Gotta be Bigfoot.
Gotta be Bigfoot.
Gotta be Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's up there, definitely. I don't know, I like there's a classic like Jack the Ripper and Zodiac and stuff like that, but there's one that like Jill Dando's killer, that really gets me. I don't know why, but I always want to know who killed
Where's that?
Jill
I've heard that
Dando.
name before.
So Jill Dando is a TV presenter.
Yeah, she done
right?
Crime Watch.
Didn't she started speaking out against something.
Yeah, she started, yeah.
She got, I mean,
Yeah, there's
maybe
a-
I shouldn't.
Really?
I think she got.
Oh God,
hit.
here we go.
She got.
Oh.
I'm not saying by who or
Kind of
what,
stuff in the
but
media that kind of is quite relevant today.
Yeah, she started speaking out and then she got shot on her doorstep.
And that's the kind of thing I'd like, because kind of, like, yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Huge thing.
It's stuff like that. I think mine would be Princess Diana.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to know what actually went on there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different
Yeah, of course.
views on that, but it's a questionable
I think that'd have to be
situation
mine as
there. What
It is.
happened?
Well, this might be you. We can only subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell us all about how we can find you and we can get involved in what you get up to, Mike.
So yeah, go to YouTube, type in Bizarre Bazaar, and yeah, you'll find the channel there, and just give it a subscribe, and then you'll see all the other socials are there. We've got Instagram, TikTok, and
What's the
Facebook.
easiest YouTube video to ease your way into what you do? What would you say people go watch first?
I don't think that's really relevant to my channel. It's pretty
No,
hardcore.
Head first.
If you want some true crime content that is real and you've not seen anything like it, definitely check it out.
Yeah.
I'd say that's the best thing, but definitely it's not light. Definitely don't go in there with, it's not light.
Amazing. Well, it's been another lovely Manc podcast, and you make sure you go check out Mike, go subscribe to him. I'm sure all the links will be in the description, and if you're listening as well, check that out. Have we had fun?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Had a
Learned
great
lot.
time.
Learn a
Learned a
lot.
lot, yeah.
We've learnt a lot, Mike. Thank you very much for
Cheers,
coming
thanks
on.
for having me on as well. Thank
Keep
you.
us updated with everything you do. Must try harder next time, you two, for Snack of the Week.
Yeah.
Try and bring something a bit more smaller next time. You bring a bargain bucket in.
Well, I think a couple of hot wings would constitute
Oh,
as
yeah.
a snack.
Yeah, all right, okay, yeah. And
Two
listen,
halloumi dippers.
yeah, the Manc stuff. What have we got coming up? Takeaway Champions. Go and watch that if you've not watched it yet. We went to Nutri Bar
In Bolton.
in
yeah.
Bolton. Great fun. I made a cock up.
We've got a new Scram review coming out
Yes.
soon. Yeah.
Tacos at
Wood
Wood.
tacos.
Ooh,
Oh,
delicious.
yeah, they were good
What you
there.
been up to, Steph?
Just been going about filming some food.
Yay.
That's
Noodles.
my job. Filmed some noodles today at the Trafford Centre.
Lovely.
Yeah.
There you go.
Check all that out on the Manc page as well. Make sure you like everything that we do, all the little pages, etc. We have had fun today. Mike, you've been a star. This has been the Manc podcast. Leave us a subscribe. Do us a favour. Write a review for us on Apple if you wouldn't mind. And if you're on YouTube, drop a little comment saying which of the snack you actually preferred.
Pretty obvious
Take
there.
your snack.
Walker's Max Paprika.
They are
Been
good.
the Manc podcast. Tim, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mike, thank you.
Thank you.
Steph, thank you. My name's Joe. We'll see you later, everyone. Bye-bye.